I'm Akiko from Fukuoka City Global Startup Center, today's MC. Here at the Global Startup Center base, I'm with Mumu, the Director of Global Startup Center, and Yoshi. So please welcome Ms. Madhu Basanti, the Director of CII, for open remarks.
Thank you very much. In India, this is afternoon, 1:30 p.m. So warm afternoon to all of you. Like I was introduced, I represent the Confederation of Indian Industry. I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So we represent the Center of Excellence for Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Startup. Center is launched in July 2020. We are guided by an advisory council chaired by Mr. Chris Gopalakrishnan, the co-founder of Infosys. He's also a past president of CII. The Center of Excellence works to really create or facilitate a very conducive ecosystem for startups to begin their businesses, to grow their businesses, to find Indian market, as well as find global market. That is our focus and our objective. And we work on few areas of intervention. We work on policy advocacy. We work on capacity building for the startups. We work on corporate startup engagement. We work on bilateral engagement. So there is a whole lot of programs that have been thought through carefully and launched to really support the startups. So we are happy to be partnering with the organizations across global, especially the GSC, who have very similar mandate to engage and nurture the startups. So this has been a series of sessions that we have partnered together. Today, we are back to talk about the ecosystem in India and really understand how the Japanese ecosystem is supporting. And we have a very interesting program. I want to really thank the organizers and Mrs. Mona Kanta for reaching out to CII to facilitate this session. A very warm welcome to her and thanks to her. We do have an interesting program. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for reaching out and facilitating this session. And we have a very interesting program put together. And now I hand it over back to you to really take the session forward. And thank you from CII for the opportunity given to us. Dipanjan, my colleague, and Varun Aknoor, my colleague, would be really talking about the engagement model that we have. And we'll be happy to continue our association to really facilitate the soft launch of startups in each of the country going forward. Thank you so much. And over to you, ma'am. Ms. Akiko. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambi. Yes, Akiko.
Oh, sorry. So I would like to welcome Ms. Mona Kandahar, Minister of Economic and Commerce Embassy of India, Tokyo.
Thank you, Akiko. So carrying forward our cooperation and collaboration, this is the first event that we are organizing with Confederation of Indian Industries. But I'm very sure this is not the last, and we have many more such events to come. So it's my pleasure to share the platform or digital platform with Ms. Madhu Vasanthi from CII, Mr. Varun Aknoor, also from CII, Mr. Mumu Makinos and his team from Fukuoka GFC. And today we have 3 startups groomed by CII's startup vertical. And all these 3 are, they are looking very exciting, and I look forward to see their presentation. So today we have with us Bellbird Technologies and Josh AI Solutions, Pure Me Organizations, Organics Private Limited. So all from 3 different sectors. So I look forward to know their presentation and today's discussion. So this is, I think, our 4th event with Global Startup Cafe of Fukuoka. Though from Indian side, we are partnering with CII for the first time and connecting to Fukuoka GFC for the first time. So it will be very interesting for CII team to understand the support system and ecosystem put together by Fukuoka city government and Global Startup Cafe of Fukuoka. Fukuoka Global Startup Cafe is emerging as one of the fastest growing startup space in Japan. And Confederation of Indian Industries is it's a very old organization and supporting industries, providing all the support to industries at a federation level and having so many verticals and continuously working to support the industries to the newcomers and guiding them and also doing a lot of activities for skilling and capacity building. So I'm sure today's event will be unique in many ways because along with startup ecosystem, we are getting, or the startups will be getting exposed to the entire ecosystem of the industry, along with hand-holding being provided by GFC Fukuoka. So I would just like to mention for the 3 startups they are pitching together. This will be a different, probably a somewhat different experience for you, because GFC Fukuoka provides a lot of support for business matching, along with hosting or co-hosting this kind of event. There is also the scheme or program of startup visa, which they will explain in detail, I'm sure. And along with that, of course, you are having a lot of support from CII. So I'm sure getting support from both the sides, from CII India and GFC Fukuoka, Japan, that will be a great exposure for you and a lot of learning experience also, because GFC has now a good experience and an entire ecosystem for how to support the startup to expand in Japanese market and how to connect them to the right kind of private sector or entities and how to take it forward. So actually, I'm really impressed by their system of follow-up, and that might be a good exposure or additional exposure for CII, which they might like to induct in their support system, or they are extending to startup and innovation in India. And of course, CII also has some unique features which GFC Fukuoka will find very interesting, especially their entire a system of industrial ecosystem, business ecosystem, financial ecosystem, all that will be very supportive. So I'm very happy to see today's event coming up and being a part of it, and I wish all the best, and I wish in future we will further collaborate, not only to put together this kind of event, but also for putting together support system for startups and innovative business ideas from both the sides. So thank you very much once again. And it's always a great pleasure to get connected to Global Startup Cafe of Fukuoka and CII. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mona-san. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so let me start with sharing today's rundown briefly. Okay, so firstly, we'll explain general information of Fukuoka City Global Startup Center, and Mr. Barun Agnew will give us a presentation of CII Startup Initiative. After that, we'll welcome 3 startups from India: Variable Technologies, Josh AI Solutions, and Pure Me Organics. Each startups will have 15 minutes for their session, and 10 minutes to pitch, and 5 minutes for Q&A session. Audience members can also ask the questions, and we can ask them to the startups this time around. So I would like to start with the introduction of Global Startup Center. So Fukuoka City Global Startup Center is run by the city government, and we are the contact window and executive unit for the foreign startups and entrepreneurs. Our motto is a part of a team. So once you contact us, we are your first team member in Japan. We work with you. We execute projects together. Even more, sometimes we do tasks on behalf of you. As you can see, our services are very wide range and available at any stages of your business. What I'd like to emphasize here is our unique business matching. We have strong connection with not only startups, but also big companies. Moreover, we have good relationship with local governments and public organizations as well. So we can arrange very specific business matching, not just introducing each other. And this business matching services are available for any startup. That means even though you are in India, without having a company here in Japan, moreover, without coming to Japan, we are happy to offer our networks for you to find your potential partners. So let me introduce some of the merits of starting business from Fukuoka when you expand your business in the Japanese market. The first point is the safety. Unlike the main big cities in Japan, like Tokyo and Osaka, Fukuoka City is located on the side of Japan Sea, and we have risk aspects, which means we could say our location is safer than such big cities geographically. That's why big companies have data centers in Fukuoka. The second point is our location. Another geographic advantage is the close distance with neighbor countries. Once you set up the business in here, Fukuoka, you have the market not only in Japan, it can be extended to Korea, Taiwan, and China. When you fly to Tokyo from Fukuoka, it takes about 2 hours. We can fly to Korea, Shanghai, Taipei as well. Fukuoka can be the gateway to Asian market. The next advantage is our startup ecosystem. Fukuoka is gradually known as the most popular startup city in Japan, since we have been building our unique startup ecosystem for 10 years. We have many support for startups, and you can find them once you visit our startup hub called Fukuoka Growth Next. It's where the Global Startup Center is located. Fukuoka City has a project that supports implementation of POC in the city. The last point should be compactness. Compared to the big cities like Tokyo or Osaka, Fukuoka is smaller, but this is a big advantage of us. It's not crowded, less competitive, and because of that, we have strong communities. Once you get into the community, it's easier to make new networks. Another point should be the cheap living cost compared to other cities. It's important for startups to save your living cost, and so that you can spend more for the developing your business. So you can see how compact our city is. 10 minutes from airport to city center by subway. And the important city function is centralized within 5 kilometers. And the city is surrounded by rich nature and beaches and mountains. I would like to remark this point as well. We are currently selected by the Japanese government as one of the candidate cities for competing to become Japan's next international financial center. So the Japanese government is aware of not only our achievement in the startup field, but also the potential as the global city. Fukuoka City has 15 partner institutions in 11 countries. We signed MOU to provide mutual support for startups in the region. However, signing MOU doesn't limit our collaboration, which means even though we don't have MOU with CII, we are happy to organize this kind of event. So let me briefly introduce about the startup visa. When you live in Japan and doing business, you need to have a business manager visa, and there are some requirements to get this visa. However, it's very difficult to fulfill the requirement from outside of Japan. So startup visa is 6 months to 1 year residence permit to settle down, to prepare such conditions, and to make sure whether Fukuoka is the right place to start your business before you invest. The main criteria of the startup visa are innovativeness and the feasibility of your business. The contact window for the application is Global Startup Center, so we can help you to brush up your business plan, and the city government will do the screening and final decision. After the startup visa expires, most of the entrepreneurs convert their business startup visa to business manager visa. So we have Canadian startups. They use 3D scan technology to offer the experience of mixed reality. They have collaboration with Fukuoka City Museum. Another case, Smarty is a Chinese startup that developing smart tip with AI voice recognition that enable IoT without Bluetooth no Wi-Fi. Their business is quite well, and they just opened a branch in China. So let me introduce our business matching as well. So DeskMe is a Finnish startup to develop a desk reservation system for co-working space and offices. With their services, you can easily find working desk and meeting room in your office on your smartphone. We connected DeskMe with JL Kyushu, the railway company. We introduced DeskMe when they opened a brand new co-working space in the Hakata station, which is Fukuoka City's main entrance station. Not only introducing, we supported initial setting on behalf of DeskMe, and this co-working space installed the system as a pilot project. After the collaboration with Q, we also connected with another co-working space in Tokyo called Kickspace Haneda. They just introduced DeskMe to their facility last month, and DeskMe is gaining local feedback and the network through this POC. The Siren is a startup from Estonia. We got to know with Siren in the Fukuoka's online event 2020. Siren is manufacturing small booth offices with the best sound reduction technology. We connected them with a potential partner that is one of the largest office furniture companies in Japan. Actually, this company has a similar product as Sirens. However, the demand for such small offices is getting high in Japan. Therefore, we propose them to have Siren as another product lineup. Then the company agreed to purchase sample from Siren, and moreover, they showed more interest in collaboration after seeing the sample. And they just signed NDA for further collaboration. Fukuoka is the place you can start fast and start easy. If you're interested in business expansion in the Japanese market, we are happy to work with you. Okay. now I would like to welcome Mr. Byron Akino.
Hi,
No.
just allow me a second. I'll pull up my presentation. But before that, a very warm welcome to all the participants present here today. And thank you, GSC, for giving us this opportunity to present about the Startup Center. And, you know, I was just looking at your presentation. The last startup that you mentioned, CII Startup Center is coming up now. And we actually have procured through our vendor that kind of a setup. I don't know if it is the same company, but Sunon is the company that we have tied up with. So our office space is having those kind of enclosures. The startup that you just mentioned at the last, Sealand. Am I audible?
Yes, Varun, you're audible.
Okay, great. All right, so I'll just share my presentation. Just a second. Okay, like my colleague Ms. Madhu mentioned, we are the 10th Center of Excellence. We are supported by Mr. Chris Gopalakrishnan, who is the co-founder of Infosys office, family office, Pratiksha Trust, and also by the government of Telangana by way of infrastructure. We are getting office space in T-Hub building. Sorry for that. Yeah. So why startups are important for us is it's self-explanatory. They are employment generators. We open new markets. The startups bring in new technology and new innovations for, and also have a direct local impact. Companies like Google and Facebook, wherever they are today, the area is is buzzing with activity. There's a lot of economic growth because of companies like these have grown to a larger organizations. And of course, startups are wealth creators, so they are solving the nation's national growth puzzle, and hence it is important, and startups play a very important role in support in creating the economy. This is just to give you a brief about the Indian startup ecosystem. Currently, we are the world's third largest ecosystem. Startups have created a total value of $350+ billion. Startups are the largest job creators when compared to the traditional large organizations. There are about 6 lakh plus jobs that have been created. $100 billion of funding has gone into startups since 2014. And we had hit 100 number of unicorns, but due to correction, number has been going. There's a lot of up and down happening. So we are today, I think, at 97 unicorns in India. Since the government is playing a very important role, the Startup India initiative has definitely fast-tracked the growth. We have seen a 9x in number of increase in investors. Angel investors stands today at 6,000. We have seen 7x increase in the number of funding that has gone into startups. And as of today, India has 500 incubators, 500 enablers who are supporting startups. With that, CII, what we do is we are not an incubator or an accelerator. We are playing a bigger role. We work with the ecosystem as a whole. We are helping incubators and accelerators provide better services to the existing startups. We provide our networks to these incubators and accelerators where their startups can leverage CII's network. CII has been there for about 125 years plus. CII is an industry association which is run by industry for the industry. We have 9,000 corporates who are our members, direct members, and we have 300,000 indirect corporate members. So our biggest differentiator is we bring the user community to the table. The biggest ask today for startups is market access, and we provide market access and funding support to startups through our center. The center also works with universities in helping them from labs to market, helping them commercialize their research by connecting industry. We are also working with investors, Indian investors. We're working with family offices, promoters of family offices in encouraging domestic investments into startups. We all know that the funding that we are receiving today is all through international investments. Hence, all the profits that are being made are going out of the country. So it is important to do wealth creation within the country. And with this, CII has launched a program where we are providing knowledge and confidence to promoters of family offices to look at startups as an asset class. We are also working with startups. We run accelerator programs for startups, startup facing accelerator programs, where we focus on growth stage startups who are in the pre-series A, who are looking to raise funds of series A round with market access and funding opportunities. We also look within our own membership. So we are encouraging our own membership to leverage startup innovations, work with startups, collaborate with startups. So we run corporate accelerator programs where we identify problem statements within the corporate where innovation can be integrated. Currently, we are working with 5 such corporates, and there are 3 in the pipeline. Last but not the least, we are also working with governments in helping their officials understanding on how and to work with startups, providing them knowledge on what is to be done with working in startups. We have a lot of state governments who are now setting up their own startup initiatives. So we are helping governments in understanding what is the roadmap that can be laid down for the next 2 to 3 years to attract startups, investors, and industry. So we run master classes as part of our capacity building. We run master classes for C-suite executives of corporates on why they should engage with startups on innovation and R&D. We run master classes for government officials on how to successfully engage with startups. We run master classes for promoters of family businesses on why they should look at startups in their investment portfolio. And followed by so master classes are followed by cohorts where we run targeted interventions. These are time bound, and there is a duration fixed for each cohort. We have completed a cohort for promoters of family offices, which is for a 5-week duration, where we had 30 promoters who went through a 5-week in-depth knowledge sharing sessions on how to set aside a capital for investing in startups, how much to set aside in investing in startups, how do you evaluate a startup, so on and so forth. CII Icon, which was launched last year, is the flagship initiative of CII, which is purely a corporate startup connect. I strongly urge all the participants who are present here today to look up Icon and participate in Icon, because through Icon, we are facilitating a lot of B2B meetings. Just to give you a gist of the Icon 2021, we had 10,000 participants over a period of 3 months who came onto the platform. We had 700 corporates who participated, who came onto the platform. We had 1,000 startups who showcased and who were a part of Icon. We had 300 innovations that were showcased on Icon. We had all the state governments pitch to startups, investors on their policies, their initiatives to attract investments and startups into their particular regions. So Icon is the platform for all the startups. If you are looking to get connected to corporates, this is the definitely look it up. We have launched CII Icon 2022-23, and this time it is much bigger and much bigger. In fact, we've made it a year-long initiative from 3 months. Because of the kind of demand that we saw, we've now made it into a year-long initiative, which will continue. CII Startup Mentor Club is India's largest mentor club, where we have 300 corporates who have signed up to give their time for startups in their journey. We have C-suite executives, domain experts, subject matter experts. Any startup looking to get mentored by corporates, please do. I'll encourage them to sign up at the Mentor Club. Startuppreneur Awards are for startups who are providing solutions for our startup for our corporates. We give them recognition. And last but not the least, corporate engagement. We are looking inwards. We are encouraging our own corporates to collaborate with startups, to look at startups as an investment opportunity, or to look at startups where you can leverage their innovation through our corporate accelerator program. The CII startup members can definitely, if you are a part of the CII startup member club, you get multiple offerings, or the 5 offerings that I already shared about. How startups are getting benefited currently are through the accelerator programs, through different master classes that we run for different stage of startups. We are also having about 90 plus service providers or partners who are providing their resources for startups. So all tools are available for startups to make use of, right from ideation to prototyping to go to market. Most importantly, startups can benefit through our partners and through our networking. The CII members are also benefiting from startups. They are understanding the latest innovations that are out there. They are able to connect with startups, engage with startups much more effectively. We are also helping them build capabilities and capacities within their own organization to set up entrepreneurship programs and accelerator programs. These are the activities that I already mentioned: masterclasses for C-suite executives, family offices, government officials, our own staff, cohorts for funding startups, corporate accelerator program, 16-week engagement, where we're looking for innovations in either it could be smart factories, innovations in shop floor, innovations in products, process innovation. We will be all the details are mentioned on our website. So kindly, if you are a startup today who is working in the smart factories area, please reach out to us. We will connect. This is a snapshot. This slide is a snapshot of the CII Startup Mentor Club, which I spoke about. 300 plus corporates. Icon has 5 platforms right now: Sitcon, Unicorn, Biocon, and Inodrome and Intercon. So Sitcon is all about sectorial sessions. We've identified 21 sectors as of now. And Intercon is where states are participating. Like I mentioned, unicorns are thematic sessions which end up in reports or white papers being released. We released a white paper on CVC with Infosys. We released a white paper on deep tech ecosystem in India with Accenture and IIT Madras, and we had also released a white paper on taxation regime with EY. Biocon is bilateral. We are facilitating bilateral sessions. We have international partners. CII has 10 international offices, so we are engaged with international ecosystems as well, who are pitching to Indian startups pitching to international ecosystems. And Inodrome is a virtual exhibition space where we had all the stakeholders, including startups, industry, incubators, who had showcased their products and services. I already spoke about the impact of Icon. Well, so that's about it. And if you want to reach out, this is my email ID, and the team is already on the call. If there's any questions, I'm happy to take them, or else we can do it offline as well. Thank you, DB, and thank you, GSC team.
Thank you, Varun.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Over
so
to
much,
Ankit.
Mr. Akno. So I would like to welcome the first presenter, Global Technologies.
1 minute, give me 1 minute.
Mr. Okay.
Around 1 minute. Twice. 1 minute, I'm sharing. My presentation is moved. Are you able to see my presentation?
Yes, yes, Dr.
Okay.
Yes, we
Thank you.
can.
Thank you. So, good afternoon to everyone. And myself, Priranjan Mishra from Bellbird Technologies. We are working on smart homes and basically targeting for convenience, security, and senior safety by connecting multiple electronic gadgets and sensors with proprietary softwares. So right now, I'm looking forward to raise 7 to 10 million Indian rupee and against offering of 15 to 20% of equity in exchange. Our target market in first phase is working couples with elders. Currently committed amount from founders is 1 million, 2 millions we have already incurred, and we have got some investment from Elevate, startup cell from Karnataka, and some R&D fund from Indian Innovation Foundation. So why this space we have taken? Because one is that both of our founders, we are from Philips background, so we are mostly connected with the direct customer. So we basically needs to end customer needs. So now the homes which are right now dumb, they everyone wants to go to have the smart homes. So from dumb to living homes is the focus right now. So that's the inspiration. Right now for surveillance, cameras are used in home, especially for elders, and that is the discomfort and even introduction to their privacy. Homes are vacant or elders are only at home. So, and there is an increased interaction with strangers for every e-commerce delivery. There are a lot of increase, I think for 3 or 4 times, and it will increase with the years to come. And for everything, if some solutions are available, they have multiple mobile apps and gadgets. So what Bellbird technology it brings non-based camera home surveillance, senior safety, and smart controls through unified application by using multiple sensors and servers and proprietary software, which is our soul. So basically, what is good is individual sensors information is processed for more than one function. For example, presence sensor can be used for all 3 functions: surveillance, elder security, and smart controls. So basically, in nutshell, if you see, so it's a common sensor network for all the 3 cases. Multiple sensors eliminate false sensing, and analytics of one's function enhance the value of others also. So single app for monitoring home, elders, and appliances in future. So what is business model? Our business model is basically B2C, and it will be B2B also for real estate developers, rented home providers. So right now, unique solution which will be coming out is the electronic lock, which can be a great benefit to the people who are doing basically hybrid home work environment, where they have a lot of disturbance when somebody is coming on the gate and all. So all this will be shifted to smart locks. Plus, the smart locks can be used in future in rental Airbnb kind of thing. Or if I want to give my apartment as rent, I'm not bothered about my rent is coming or not. Somebody is charging every month, his lock will be open, otherwise it get closed. So those kind of applications will be in future, which will come out from basically byproduct of this. So we are looking into the first 5,000 in third year and 10 crores of revenue, which is almost 100 billion Indian rupee. And seventh year, we want to reach 360 crores. And 10th year onward, we want to spin off all the hardware part to our partners, and we want to concentrate on data as a service, AMC, and customer support, which will be our focal area based on analytics. So what is the total addressable market? So first phase, as I have already told, we are concentrating on working couples with elders. This is only India I am looking into. If we take global, it's much more higher and many times that. It will be 4 billion working couples / elders will be 20 billion US dollar. That's 305. And finally, we will reach to all home residents. But our electronic lock and other things can straightforward, can start to go to the home resident. Future potential, what are the future potential? So we will have a huge data sets, which will be coming from healthcare gadgets. It will be coming from appliances things and revenue commissions and customer support services. So we want to shift fully in data sales after 7 years of that. What is the total market potential? Right now, I can't say. We have to do market research on that. Just for healthcare and elder care, 500 million USD has been globally funded to startups. So competitive space, right now, there is no competitor or company which is taking care of all the three parts. So senior care, there are there, but not Britain security is there, which have a video-based surveillance and smartphone, but they are not monitoring vital signs. Euroca FEFS is not there. Go Abido is not there. We are there. So surveillance, if you can say, they are mostly video-based. Smartphones, it's only for smart appliances. Nobody there. Unified mobile apps, nobody has. So right now, where we are, actually this platform, we have given the name e-caretaker. So right now we have developed camera-less intruder detection system, visitor monitoring, alarm and notification in real time, automatic door lock, keyless entry and exit, remote lock operation, enabling guest access. What we are right now working on that. So in-home person's movement tracking, contactless temperature sensing, lighting and appliance control, biometric authentication, and face recognition. Many technology we will just buy out or licensing and use it. So what is our next plan? After that, we will be taking care of all vital signs, heart rate, breath rate detections, person fault detection, fingerprint, smart lock, camera integration at its strategic point, and unified app. So what is our funding objective? Our funding objective is to reach product market fit. So for that, we are needing 7 to 10 million rupee, and that will be used mostly on app improvement and to buy the software for face recognition and vital management software and hardware to get it. And some support for including salary will be 30 to 40 lakhs. We have already talked to people who has already developed in our friend circle. We will going to integrate that. Production of 100 units, 8 to 10 lakhs rupees, marketing and sales, 20 to 30 lakhs. First year, we will be needing 40 to 70, and second year, 40 lakhs. Means 3 million. Who we are? So we were, as I have already told you, both partners, we were working in Philips Research, and we came out and we started this company. We have worked in solar, battery technology, SCADA. If you see many things, broadcast models, cable, satellite units, personal video recorders and all. Together, founders, we have 15 granted patents, not assigned to us, it's assigned to Philips, and 20 pending patent applications are still there. Manoj Jain, who works as consultant.
Sorry for
has,
interrupting. Sorry for interrupting. So we would like to move to a QA session.
yeah, okay.
So,
So just I have finished everything. We have two advisors
Okay.
also. Yeah, on this technology, just to add to one, we have filed two patent application. One is at the hearing round at patent office. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. So, your services, your product is non-camera, right? Monitoring. So, what kind of sensors are you using?
So we are using thermal sensors, presence sensors right now.
So, thumb sensor, you said?
No, thermal
So,
sensor.
Thermal
Thermal
sensor.
Thermal sensors
And then-
and MAC IDs we are collecting.
And I think that most of the similar businesses installing the camera based, but your uniqueness is a non-camera based. But,
Yes, yes.
So is there any advantage?
So
About the
advantage is
non-camera.
that first thing is the privacy issue is there. So the privacy issue is not in the non-camera based. It doesn't disturb elders or anybody who is working there. So you can have
Yeah.
camera at the strategic position like the outdoor or some kind of thing, and you can integrate the whole information with the indoor.
But how about the accuracy? Because I understand that the keeping the privacy, that is also very important, but the
Yeah.
accuracy,
So it's highly accurate.
Yeah.
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 So one thing is that we are mapping MAC IDs of mobile phones, which people are keeping with them, with the presence data and thermal data.
okay.
So, but you say in the slide you mentioned that you can identify the people. I mean, like you can go back to the slide in like now and future. Here at the e-taker. Oh,
This
can I
one?
see the e-taker? No. Going down, please.
Yeah. This one?
Not that one. Not that one. Going down again, please.
No, from now to the future,
Yeah.
one page.
From now to future. Okay.
Yeah,
This one.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one,
Yep.
Yeah.
So you mentioned like visitor monitoring, right? But
Yeah.
if
So I
you
will
cannot
explain.
identify the visitor,
Yeah, so
right?
it's explained like that. Okay, once a people is detected, someone is there, then there are two parts in that. If the person has already visited and his MAC ID is stored in the database of ours, then it will say if this person with such and such mobile phone, he is there. Third level of thing is that a pop-up will come on the app, where you have to have either biometric sensing or you have to do a face recognition on that. So with that, it completes.
I see. So what is the level of the development of this product? I mean,
So
you have-
what I'm saying is we are working on that. So now first part is over, and we right now we are looking forward to some of the especially products which we can which we can put in the market. So just like electronic lock, home electronic locks, we are planning to put in the market, especially for field testing in next month. So similarly, access control with the face recognition, we want to put in near time, and we are working on the home front. We will be piloting some of the our development.
So which mean you
And we have already one of our friends has already developed the contactless vital things. We want to integrate that in our whole setup. He is now moved out of startup things. He was also a startup working on this.
So you have the prototype already.
He has. I have to integrate that in our system. So
Okay,
right now I have to
Mhm.
generate cash to give it to him.
So because of the time, we like to see your prototype. So after this event, would you please send us the information of the prototype? So
Sure.
based on your prototype, let's discuss how we can support.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your participation today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now let's welcome Josh AI Solution.
Can I share my screen? Am I audible?
Yes.
You're audible. You're audible, Dr. Shura.
Okay, I am sharing my screen. I believe you are able to see my screen.
We can see your screen.
Okay, so let me start.
Sure.
So thank you very much, CI team and Fukuoka GSC team for giving this opportunity to present our Josh integrated agriculture robo, which is the electric vehicle, and it automates entire cotton cultivation. So it is basically improving productivity and profitability of Indian farmers by leveraging niche technologies like advanced robotics, edge computing, computer vision, and the most important, leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's a 18 months old startup, and we have got inspiration from three gentlemen who have contributed to Indian agriculture industry a lot, and we are trying to follow these people to make cotton farmers in India and outside India happy. So if you see the challenges, the problem statement of this product, the cotton cultivation in India, we have almost 12.41 million hectares of land. And cotton is always called as a white gold in India. But last few years, because of high labor and chemical spend, almost 1,100 USD per hectare, and then losses due to insects and weeds, the agriculture and the cotton cultivation is not remaining profitable, and we have facing a lot of challenges on the productivity issue and profitability issue. The Indian productivity is 521 kg per hectare, which is lowest in big countries like Turkey, China, and USA. And we are losing almost 11 billions of dollars per year just because of insects and weeds, which is equivalent to agriculture budget of India. So what is the solution? So we decided to leverage those four technologies and build Josh integrated agriculture robo for precision and smart farming, initially for cotton cultivation. So any cultivation will have these three major activities: weed management, disease and pest control, and cotton harvesting. So Josh integrated agriculture robo performs all these three activities, leveraging artificial intelligence, and use of artificial intelligence reduces chemical requirement as well as labor requirement to increase the productivity and profitability of this cultivation. So this is the initial current status of this product. We conducted the pilots last year in June, and now we have converted this robo to electric vehicle. And this is a roadmap how we are going to launch this product next year in February 23. There are three functionalities that will be launching periodically, like in July, weed management, October, cotton harvesting, and December, crop health monitoring. And this is the value proposition for Indian cotton farmers. We are going to improve the profitability and productivity by reducing the cultivation cost by almost $400 per hectare. It will reduce the dependency on labor because it will require only one operator, robo operator. It will also improve the it will also reduce the impact on environment, soil, and farmers' health, and it will improve the quality of cotton because the thrash contents of this cotton harvester is less than 2% as compared to its other competitors. So if you see the market potential, we have almost 12.41 million hectares of land. So that, and the productivity of typical agriculture robo we have calculated would be 20 hectares per year. So that will open up a market of 600,000 robots in next 15 years, so almost 10 billion USD market for just for cotton. And at present, we are targeting 60 million per USD once we launch this product in the market for initial 3 to 5 years. So we are having a different business models to reach out to farmers. Almost we have 5.8 millions of cotton farmers in India, and we'll be reaching to them through farmer producer organizations, almost 800 plus in India. Farmer equipment sellers already selling other equipment. There are 2,000 farmer equipment sellers. So these are going to be B2B offerings from us, business model. And then B2C will be addressing directly to the big farmers who are having more than 50 acres of land. So that is going to be B2C model. And the most creative and important model we call as a CCAS, Cotton Cultivation as a Service. So we'll be building this Josh Agri Army in every small villages so that they can offer this robo to a small and marginal farmers very easily without a long-term commitment. We have done a proper competition analysis. I'm not going to read everything, but then there are American manufacturers, European manufacturers, as well as Indian manufacturers. But most of them, they offer single functionality. You can see here, Blue River, G-Robomax, Eco Robotics, John Deere, Deepfield, Shaktiman, they offer single functionality, whereas we offer all functionalities. That's the reason we call it as an integrated robo. Are we going to just develop the robo for cotton? No, we have a very strong long-term business plan. At present, we are building for cotton, but it's a robotic platform that will be customized for different crops, different vegetables, and different fruits. In fact, we have already started working on strawberry and onion robo for harvesting and cotton automation of cotton cultivation. We'll be saving $10 billions in next 5 years by reducing labor, chemical costs, and reducing losses due to weeds, insects, and diseases. So it's we have very strong senior management team, right mix of experience and young blood. And the senior management, we have total experience of more than 100 years. We are backed by very reputed, internationally recognized advisors having more than 200 years of experience in cotton mechanization and crop cultivation. We are backed by the topmost agriculture university in India, PDKV Akola. They are our partners for agriculture domain. We have already tied up with Jadhav Agro Industry for manufacturing of this robo. They are in this field last 3 decades. And we are incubated, mentored at IIT Bombay. They are also our investors and shareholders, NASCOM, VZTI, and Venture Center. This robo is going to have very strong socio-economical impact. It is going to reduce the cultivation cost, improve productivity and profitability. Naturally, your farmer is going to be happy. This is very easy to operate. Even a lady can operate it. That will increase the employment for women and ensure women empowerment. It will create employment opportunities, agripreneurs in small villages through CCAS, Cotton Cultivation as a Service model. And definitely this is going to ensure self-reliant villages and self-reliant India, a dream seen by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and Gandhi ji many years back. So these are financial projection. I'm not going to read this in details, but we are trying to reach 10 million in next 5 years. We have been already our valuation is done by a register valuer of 1.3 million 1 year before launch of our product. So we are confident that we'll be reaching very high valuation once you launch the product. But to accelerate the development, to build more prototypes, we need some funds. So that's the reason we have put this requirement here. I think there are our robo is appeared in many newspaper, more than 20 media coverage in last 1 year.
Sorry for interrupting. Sorry for interrupting, but we would like to move to the QA session.
Yeah, I think this is the last slide. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much, CI and Fukuoka GSC team for giving this opportunity. Domo arigatou
Thank you so
gozaimasu.
much. Yeah. Thank you so much for your presentation. So I have a question that my first question is, why did you start with cotton? Like there are so many like other crops, but why did you start with cotton?
Yeah, cotton, as I said, that's the biggest crop cultivation in India, 12.41 million hectares, and it is called as a white gold. But then now it has started facing a lot of challenges. Almost 6 million farmers, cotton farmers, and we are seeing. Means if you know this sketch, it's like a farmer doing a suicide, cotton farmer doing a suicide. And we want to change this picture and make cotton farmer happy first, because we'll be addressing 6 million cotton farmers using this robo. But of course, it's a robotic platform. It would be customized for all other crops also very easily in 6 months time per robo. So if you see the synergy with Japan, we can do it for strawberry and rice. In fact, we have started building a rice transplanter also.
And I also have questions in these pages. So what is the weed management? So what is the difference between the weed cutter and the weed management?
Yeah. So weed, basically, whenever you are growing a cotton, it's a cotton plant which is going to use all the resources, water, fertilizers, everything. Whereas weed is an unwanted plant which is going to compete with your cotton plant. And this weed may be just a weed, or even the plant which is grown last year, because sometimes the last year crop also will grow current year. So that is also treated as a weed. So in simple definition, weed is a plant which is unwanted plant which is going to compete with your main plant, main crop for resources like water and fertilizer.
So that means like you picked all the unnecessary plant.
Yeah, these weeds are unnecessary, unwanted plant. They grow for different reasons, but those weeds compete with cotton, main crop, and that's the reason that will hamper the growth of cotton plant.
So that means like in your product, they have the cameras and it has AI on it, so it can see which is like which should be picked or not, or is
that's correct. So what we do is we use a different technique. We just identify cotton plant, and whichever is not cotton, that we treat as a weed. So that we don't have to have so many images of weeds. We just have images of cotton, and whatever is not cotton, we treat as a weed, and we kill them using a herbicide.
I see. So also you mentioned like health monitoring. So it's also AI used for the.
That's correct. That's correct.
Monitoring.
Yes, that's correct. So basically we monitor every cotton plant, and then it will find out the deficiency of certain things like iron or zinc, or if the water contents are less, or if there are insects, then it will take action. The most important thing is it can differentiate between enemy insect and friend insect, because there are friend insects which will help you for pollination. So you should not kill them when you spray the insecticide. So this will differentiate between enemy and friend, and it will kill only enemy insects by using artificial intelligence.
And you already had this product. This product is already in the market or not?
No, this product is in under pilot testing because you understand that this will be used in the agriculture field, very harsh environment.
Uh-huh.
So this would now
Yeah,
we
but
are
next year,
doing.
maybe.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Yeah, so I understand that. So but another maybe half year, 9 months to go. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. So in
All right.
the weed management would be launched in
So
July.
and I think your product is the mixture of the analog technology, the very high technology. So do you think that this product is also applicable for the Japan market, or you are targeting to the another market?
Yeah, as I said, Japan, I don't think you have a very large cotton cultivation, but you have a strawberry cultivation, you have a rice cultivation, so you have a tomato cultivation. So this would be customized for this product, and this would be launched in Japan possibly in mid of 2023, next October.
Okay, understand that. So we will try to get the relevant information from the sort of the agricultural association, and we will check the situation and come back to you. All right?
Yes.
Then maybe we can talk for years. Okay.
Yes, please, because it will take 1 year to build that new product, new robo. But we have already started for strawberry, and I have visited many strawberry farms in Japan, so I can see that is the first right candidate for strawberry automation and crop health monitoring. And we are doing a strawberry picking also.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Should I stop sharing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are happy to welcome the last presenter, Purmi Organics.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Okay. So first, I'm Dr. Sharmili Pratap Mane, founder and CEO at Purmi Organics Private Limited. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity to present our startup at this stage. Our startup, as from the picture itself, it's pretty clear that we are into redefining the sweetness with the tagline of Eat Sweet, Guilt Free. To begin with, I would like to give my brief introduction. I have completed my PhD in Chemical Engineering from Curtin University, Australia, and Masters into Bioprocess Technology from UD City, Mumbai. After completing PhD in 2018, I came back to India to my rural town in Kolhapur and started understanding the agriculture scenario in and around Kolhapur through our research center, that is non-profit organization, Vaidimani Research Center for Agriculture and Rural Development. Now, Kolhapur is the biggest agriculture hub of Maharashtra, and most of the farmers in Kolhapur are into sugarcane cultivation and jaggery production. So I started interacting with the sugarcane farmers and jaggery farmers, and I got to know that jaggery is the biggest unorganized sector which requires identification of major problems and solutions for the same. So I started identifying the problems. The main thing is, even if jaggery is the major rural cottage industry of Kolhapur, standardized technology for producing that jaggery and ecosystem for processing that raw jaggery into consumable products was not available. Similarly, smart packaging for jaggery products, like which are easy to consume, were not available. Even if farmers are producing jaggery in Kolhapur since traditional ages, the consistency in the production of jaggery and consistency in quality was lacking, and therefore jaggery products have low penetration into the market. And the major problem with sugarcane cultivation is, considering the water scarcity in upcoming future, its intensive water requirements. So these were the problems we identified, and then I started working on problems one by one. So initially, I interacted with almost 120 farmers from 10 different villages of Kolhapur district in Maharashtra state. And I found that even more farmers want to get into jaggery production instead of sending their sugarcanes to sugar mills and waiting for the delayed payment. But they have shown their major concern of non-availability of the standardized technology for jaggery production and ecosystem for jaggery processing and its supply chain. This is the major pain point of farmers industry, and also a pain point of cottage industry, because jaggery is the major rural cottage industry of Kolhapur. So there is a supply of raw jaggery into the market. Now the question remains, why people like us are not using the jaggery in our daily diet. So I started interacting with the people around me, the future consumers, and I got to know that even consumers want to use this jaggery in their daily diet because of the awareness of health benefits of jaggery, its acceptability since our traditional ages. But what's stopping them is non-availability of the easily consumable jaggery products at an affordable cost. So there is a demand of easy to consume jaggery products which the farmers or cottage industry is not able to supply. Therefore, we decided to work on a startup, Pure Me Organics, where we are co-creating easy-to-consume jaggery products in association with the farmers to excite the consumers. Now, our startup is giving solution, like we have brought technology innovations in the production of jaggery and processing of that raw jaggery into easily consumable products. At the same time, we are working on smart packaging options for jaggery with longer shelf life. Then we are creating a global distribution network to make our products accessible in rural, urban, and international markets. We are working on creating ecosystem and training of farmers to yield jaggery and cultivate consciously through scientific and natural farming for better crop yield and better quality. And at the same time, like sugarcane requires intensive water requirements, therefore we are also working on developing alternative sources of jaggery production from smart agriculture choices. Now, our vision is to be a global unicorn brand, bringing the goodness of jaggery through multiple products, offering healthy alternatives to sweet consumption. At the same time, developing a sustainable source of jaggery from other smart agriculture choices through revolutionary R&D and technology, and empowering the local farmers. Our mission is to be a multinational pioneer in jaggery-based product line, leader in R&D and innovation for sustainable ways of jaggery extraction from other agriculture sources, and developing an ecosystem of farmers. When we were studying, identifying the problems and finding the solutions for the same, we were also working on target market analysis. So our proposed products, we consider the entire sugar market as our potential available market. So if we see this all India sugar consumption by segment as per one of the reports in 2017, these are the sugar consumptions in household, small business and industrial sector. We consider this entire segment as our potential available market. When we want to target the total addressable market, we are targeting the specific organized sectors as highlighted here in the red squares. Because if, like for an example, if we are considering the household, the price of jaggery products will be little on higher side as compared to the sugar products. So we are targeting the consumer will look after the nutritional content of the product rather than the price of the product. So our total addressable market is specific organized sector of the potential available market. Now, if we go after the percentage of individuals who live healthy lifestyle in India, that percentage comes around 53%, and therefore we consider that as our serviceable available market, which has a potential of generating 291 billion Indian rupees revenue. With our initial production capacity, which is 250 metric tons per year, we are able to target only 0.0051% of the total addressable market. So we have a huge scope to grow. Now, these are our proposed products. These are the pictures of the prototypes which we have developed. We have brought jaggery in different forms, such as moisture-free powder, jaggery drops, syrups, and cubes. Also, we are bringing jaggery in smart packaging option of 5 gram. Then we have developed low-calorie jaggery powder, jaggery-coated spice nut, then mixed nut butter with jaggery, flavored sugarcane sticks, jaggery snack items, protein bars, and confectionery. Now, out of these products, few of our products are already into market. We have reached almost 2 to 3 states in India and also available on online platforms like Amazon, JioMart, and Flipkart. Now, these two are our general products like jaggery powder and jaggery cubes, which can be sold as a normal grocery items. But for the people who cannot carry such big jar or they want to use jaggery in their daily diet, we have brought this jaggery powder into smart packaging form of 5 gram, which is easy to carry and use it anywhere in your cup of coffee, tea, or health drink. Similarly, the traditional combination of jaggery and peanuts we have got into butter form, that is jaggery peanut butter. The basic difference, the major difference of our peanut butter and the peanut butters available into the market is the market peanut butters are either unsweetened or sweetened with sugar. Our peanut butter is sweetened with the jaggery because peanut butter is mostly consumed post-workout session, and along with the proteins, we need calcium and iron as well, which we are counterbalancing with jaggery. This is the upcoming range of our products. We have developed these products like jaggery tea and coffee premixes, coated spice nuts, low-calorie jaggery powder, jaggery drops, and these products will be into the market in next 3 months. Now, these are some like key specifications of our brand. We are giving unique range of healthy products. All our products are natural, which are chemical free and preservative free. Our products are co-created with farmers. These are easy to use products. We have consistent supply from farmers and right pricing for the customers. These are the key features of our brand. All our products are easy to use, natural products. They are rich in micronutrients and instant source of energy. Now we are making all these products to our business model, and we call our business model as sustainable, because instead of cultivating sugarcane on our own and producing jaggery at our factory, we are trying to bring farmers. We are making our products in association with the farmers so as to bring them in the mainstream economy. So we have Vaidimane Research Center and Pureme Organics working together. There is a group of farmers associated with this non-profit organization. The farmer producer organization formation is in process. So whatever raw material we want or whatever value addition we want, we are getting it done from the farmers at the farm gates. And then we are procuring it at Pureme Organics Private Limited, where we are using our advanced technology to produce our range of innovative products. And then it will go for sales and distribution. We are working for the empowerment of farmers, not only in technical terms through our research center, but also in financial aspect, as our business model assures to share percentage of net profit with these associated farmers. These are key activities associated with our startup. We are working on creating a cluster of farmers for Pureme supply chain. Continuous research and development is taking place for innovative jaggery products, and nutritional testing and certification of products before launching the product into the market. And we are continuously working on increasing our sales and distribution network. We are reaching our customers through our website, social media platforms, media advertising, subscription model, distributor and wholesale network, collaboration partnership, and marketplaces like Amazon and Flipkart. In next phase, we are targeting international expos, our own app, and food trade shows. The competitive advantages of our
okay, keep going. Sorry.
The competitive advantages of our startup, we have informed and seeded market globally. So, and our powder has longer shelf life, so it is ideal for export and international launch. We have innovative breakthrough product, which is a first mover advantage. As jaggery is GI tag product from Kolhapur, we have GI certification for credibility. Innovative R&D and technology center is there for tech innovations in jaggery farming and jaggery products. And we are working on farmers empowerment as we are forming the cluster for sustainable supply chain. So our revenue model, we want to target B2B,
Sorry for
B2C,
interrupting,
B2C
because
and export.
Sorry, we have only 5 minutes left, so
Yes,
we have to move on the Q&A session. So actually, we are not familiar with jaggery. So what is the difference between the sugar and jaggery? Is it it's made from sugarcane, right?
It is made from sugarcane. Jaggery is basically, ma'am, a non-centrifugal form of the sugar, and we can call as sugar as empty calories, where jaggery comes with the nutrients, I mean bundle of micronutrients. It is non-refined form of the sugar.
No form of sugar.
So, which means, is it healthier, or what is the advantage of jaggery compared to sugar?
It's healthier. I would like to show you. Ma'am, for example, if sugar we consider as just calories, and jaggery, I mean, it is rich in calcium, iron, phosphorus, which is healthier as compared to sugar. It aids in digestion. It also increases your calcium content. It helps in calcium absorption, basically. So it is healthier form of sugarcane products, ma'am.
Okay, so simply speaking, for example, I'm having a sugar every day, but thanks to your innovations, I can have a jaggery instead of the sugar. This is your innovation. Am I right?
No, sir. Actually, my innovation is about how jaggery is being made. I mean, I belong to a place where jaggery is the major rural industry, major cottage industry, and jaggery is being made with the traditional processes. So I have modified the process with which the powder we have got has fantastic results on its longer shelf life and its iron content, calcium content. Also, our business model is like innovation. We can say we are taking the farmers with us. We want farmers to include in the mainstream economy. And so we are introducing the innovative range of products.
Okay, so your innovation is to improve the marketability of the jaggery.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, what is the expectation to the Japanese market?
Um, just a minute. I'm actually looking for expanding. I mean, sorry. I want to tap into the investors for collaboration, partnerships, and faster growth for expansion into new markets so that I can penetrate the market with the speed, that synergy, and guidance from the Indian experts to make this me as a global brand. And the money basically to get more farmers on board. Right now, I'm working with 25 farmers, so I want to get more farmers on the board. The scalability, like if you see the our initial production capacity and the total addressable market, we want to scale our production. So for that scalability, R&D, and acquisition of the customers.
And okay, for example, this your jaggery powder. I think this is a basic product
Yes,
of
sir.
your lineup, right? So
Yes,
can you tell me the sort of the quantity of the production per month? How many ton, for example?
250 metric ton per year, sir.
250.
Metric tons per year.
All right. Yep.
Per year.
Per year.
Per year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I can order your products, so you can ship the product.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So have you ever exported your product to other countries?
No, sir. I'm trying for UAE market and Australia market. Like I have been there in Australia for 4 years, so I know few exporters there in Australia. So I'm trying for Australia market and UAE market because jaggery is being hugely consumed in UAE. But yeah, I want to try in Japan market as well because like this market is basically behind healthy products, and this is one of the healthy product from natural product. So yes, sir.
Okay, so your very first request or the expectation us to find a sort of the partner in Japan, right? In terms of money, in terms of the sort of the, distribution in Japan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, understand that. We might be able to talk to some trading company. Yeah, here, quite a big one. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, so we will come back to you because we need a little more information when we
Sure,
talk to
sir.
these kind of company. All right. Yep.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are now done with all the programs for today. So I would like to ask Mumu, the director of the Global Startup Center, for closing remarks.
Okay, and thank you for all the CII people and also the audiences. Actually, this is the biggest event in terms of number of the audience we ever had. So actually, we really feel the sort of the power of India today, and so today also we just had yep, and only 3 pitches. But I'm quite sure that we will have the next event in the very near future. Okay, and thanks to the Mona, and we established a very close relationship between Fukuoka and Fukuoka and the India from this year. And Sweden is great, but not great enough because we can do more. And also that maybe I don't have to give a lot of words because your explanation is so clear, maybe clearer than my explanations. So thanks for your very good understanding about the Fukuoka and the Fukuoka ecosystem. So we will surely come back to you again, and we can really explore the business expansions. And also that we want to make a real case. I think this is a very first objective. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for your participation today. So we'll send you the feedback form after this event. So we appreciate if you could answer them to improve our online event in the future. So if you have any additional questions to the startups, or if you have any comments, or if you have any question to Global Startup Center or CII, please let us know with the form. And thank you again for your time and see you soon in our next event. Thank you so much.
Yeah, before you end, thank you. Thanks to the GSC team from CII to give us an opportunity to form our Indian startups to showcase their innovations. Thank you for that. And thanks, Mrs. Kandahar, but unfortunately she has left. And thanks to the audience and participants. And thank you. And as rightly said by Mrs. Kandahar, this won't be the last one. This is the first and many more programs to follow suit. Thank you again to the GSC team. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.